My brother Sean. This is a picture of me, Sean and Kev. Sean must have been about 3 there. And this is me and Sean when we were at St Matthew's School in Birmingham. Growing up, Sean was very funny. He used to do like a lot of impressions. He was a bit of a comedian. He's a very, very sociable person. Sean and Marcy. There's Sean and Mum. That picture is pretty recent. My brother had a long-term history of mental illness. On this particular day, he was suffering a mental health crisis, and he was living at a hostel. The hostel staff made 699 calls to the police for assistance because Sean clearly needed to be taken to a place of safety, i.e. a hospital, for his mental crisis. And the police refused to attend to those calls for reasons none of us understand, and that's under investigation right now. My brother was in the care of the hostel for a few hours, but because of the police wouldn't respond to the calls, eventually he left the hostel and went onto the street as a very vulnerable person. 2 members of the public could see that Sean was definitely going through a mental crisis, and they called the police. The police responded to the second public call and went after my brother in a police van. They restrained him. Pretty shortly after that, Sean was going in and out of consciousness, and he eventually died. We haven't met the actual officers that were involved in Sean's death, but on the night that he died, the following morning we went to the police station, and I think we also went the following day. And every Thursday we have a silent vigil outside the Brixton Police Station. Numerous times we've been inside the station to speak with them and ask them questions. They said that Sean collapsed, that he actually collapsed in the police station. But when we watched the CCTV footage, he actually didn't collapse. He was taken out of the van in a collapsed state and put on the floor. These are the kind of things that we were unfolding by practically doing our own investigation.
People come out the van in the yard, in them yards, and get inside the custody, even the custody book from the van. You know they beat them.
Yeah.
On the night that Sean died, 2 police officers, they're called liaison officers, came to the house, and they seemed nice enough initially, but I think they were underhanded because they were trying to get us to do certain things like sign Sean's medical forms over. I think they are, in the main, that they're trying to bend over backwards to be polite. But we have been blatantly lied to by certain police officers about the circumstances around Sean's death. We asked what injuries were on him, and we initially told that he just had a scratch to his cheek. When we eventually got to see Sean in the mortuary, he actually had blatant wounds. When we saw his body, we realised we'd been lied to, misled. This has had a big impact on our family. It's devastating, absolutely devastating. You're just living through the pain of it every single day, and you can't grieve properly. It's really, really hard to grieve. You have to sort of channel your grief through campaigning, trying to get to the bottom of what happened. It's not like a normal death.